Hey there guys, good morning. For 30 years, critics have accused America and the West of failing to hold China to account for what happened in Tiananmen. Now, on this anniversary, the Secretary of State calling on China to become more open and tolerant. And this morning, a close ally of President Trump, the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, speaking out on Today, accusing China of oppressing its own people.
China today, flexing its muscles on the world stage, showing off its military capability in Tiananmen Square. It was here 30 years ago the Chinese Communist Party turned that same army and their guns on its own people. It was a massacre. Students and activists armed only with hopes and dreams, facing bullets and tanks.
That one night, Beijing city became a war zone.
Wu Rei-shang was there. No one knows how many were killed, figures ranging from hundreds to thousands.
The hospital ER room, the floor was soaked in blood.
And dying with them, their call for democratic reforms. This stunning moment, a man with his shopping bags, calmly standing in front of the tanks, his name unknown, but the image still remembered today, except in China. In Hong Kong, they hold candlelit vigils, but on the mainland, making the merest reference to what happened is banned. Understandably, students told us they know little about the uprising.
Sorry, I don't know.
I don't know what you mean. Sorry.
Google Tiananmen here in the West, and there is image after image of the massacre there. Do the same on the Chinese internet, and all you see are pretty pictures of the square.
Before and after Tiananmen, China did free millions from poverty, up to 850 million since 1981. But now China faces a new backlash, not from its own people, but from an angry America.
Well, they do oppress their people.
Frustration over Chinese trade barriers and alleged spying reaching tipping point.
You can't cheat, you can't steal, and you really need to operate under international norms and, most importantly, under a rule of law. China does not have that today. It is very troubling as we move forward.
3 years before Tiananmen, trade between the US and China was $8 billion. By 3 years ago, it had grown to $578 billion.
They call it engagement, I call it appeasement.
Now history coming full circle. The world worrying again about China.
30 years ago, the world had a chance to put China in the right direction.
The worry among some is that this increasing animosity between America and China will cause an irreversible split between the two countries that will do long-term damage to the world economy. Others fear that one day it could lead to a real military confrontation. Guys?